Hey there, I thought we'd do a quick one today by Frank O'Hara, American poet who was born in Baltimore, 1926, and who died only 40 years later, rather tragically on Fire Island after being struck by a dune buggy. Something I didn't know about Frank O'Hara. Yeah, Frank O'Hara, New York poet, hung out with a bunch of like the big shot painters in New York City in the 50s and 60s, was a curator at the Museum of Modern Art, where he was well known for dashing off poems on his lunch break, and who brought this kind of improvisatory style to American poetry. I think Frank O'Hara is known for like kind of dethroning poetry, like making it more pedestrian in this sort of American way, less about like worshiping at the altar of truth and beauty and more about like incorporating poetry into the rhythms of everyday urban life in his case. Known as this kind of like quick, witty, urbane, sort of glamorous New York character. Yeah, for whom poetry was just kind of part of his life, and who did actually, as I understand it, dash off poems pretty quickly as a rule. They weren't these sort of labored over things. Incorporated, the movies, for instance, and all kinds of other details of daily life and popular culture. So here's one from 1962 called Poem, Lana Turner Has Collapsed, which I'm pulling out of this great collection I have called Poetry Speaks, which is a book I picked up at a library book sale, which has CDs, and it has recordings of poets reading their own work, which is so great to hear. Lana Turner has collapsed. I was trotting along and suddenly it started raining and snowing, and you said it was hailing, but hailing hits you on the head hard, so it was really snowing and raining, and I was in such a hurry to meet you, but the traffic was acting exactly like the sky, and suddenly I saw a headline, Lana Turner has collapsed. There is no snow in Hollywood. There is no rain in California. I have been to lots of parties and acted perfectly disgraceful, but I never actually collapsed. Oh, Lana Turner, we love you. Get up.